how to improve your feet. As we have discussed, having good feet can really help us in our dancing. In order to achieve this, there are a number of things you can do, such as using floor pressure, focus on correct alignment, create good muscle memory, work on articulation of the foot. Using floor pressure. Firstly, what is floor pressure? Floor pressure is when dancers use their feet to apply pressure along the floor, pressing down and along the floor on movements to work on the articulation of the feet, and in so doing, strengthening the muscles of the foot. It is this push and pull that you feel along the floor, this resistance that is so strengthening. Some of the most important dance movements that focus on floor pressure is tendus and dégages. This repetitive action, if done correctly, utilizing floor pressure, can be so beneficial. These basic actions are demonstrated not only at the bar or in center practice, it is done throughout the work, in the adage, on pirouettes, and allegro. If the basic understanding of floor pressure is used every time you do these actions, you will gain so much strength and pliability in your feet, enhancing your technique and your work. Focus on correct alignment. The definition of alignment is the act of aligning or state of being aligned. The proper positioning or state of adjustment of parts in relation to each other. In dance, we spend much time focusing on alignment. If the body is aligned and if the foot is aligned, you are able to dance and move efficiently. If there is misalignment in one area, this is when problems start to occur and injuries may creep in. Misalignment of the foot and lower leg is a common problem that often occurs in dance. Here we will discuss a few things that dancers need to be aware of in regards to alignment of the foot. Rolling, a sickled foot, ankle alignment on rises, alignment on landings. Rolling. Particularly as young dancers, rolling of the foot is a common occurrence. This is when their foot rolls inwards, with the little toe lifting up off the floor when standing in basic positions. This occurs due to the weakness of the muscles of the foot, not being strong enough to hold the foot firmly on the floor. To correct this, you need to maintain a solid base and feel all the toes pressed into the ground, almost like your toes are rooted. If this is not corrected, this will eventually weaken the foot and ankle, and later impact further up the leg. A sickled foot. This is when the toes of the foot curve inwards and the heel drops back. The sickled position often occurs due to a weakness in the foot muscles. This is not a health condition. However, it causes misalignment of the foot. And when doing this incorrect position repeatedly, makes the muscles of the foot weaker and can eventually lead to ankle issues, tendinitis, and other injuries. If you see yourself doing a sickled position, try to correct it immediately and add strengthening exercises to help eliminate this. Ankle alignment on rises. You want to ensure that when you rise up and down, that your ankle is secure and aligned to avoid causing weaknesses. This is imperative to being able to eventually go up onto point shoes. You are going to spring up onto your shoes, and there needs to be good alignment of the ankle and feet to be able to do so with ease. If the ankle is misaligned, that is when rolling of the ankle may occur. An aligned foot and ankle is so important to help keep the dancer on a strong supporting foot, so that they are stable on an arabesque on a rise, or feeling secure when they are in a pirouette. It creates a solid base, avoiding wobbling, adding stability. So ankle alignment is very important. Alignment on landings. You also want to ensure that when you land, that your feet are aligned and going through each part of the foot. This allows it to do the work and cushion the landing, absorbing the shock when touching the ground. If your foot is rolling inwards by the foot on a landing, this then leads to a snowball effect, with the ankle rolling inwards, the knee falling inwards, and this even affects the hips and your spine. You want to ensure that each thing you do is aligned and no bad habits are sneaking in, as this will eventually lead to injury. The body can only take so much misalignment before issues begin to surface. It is important to be aware if there are any misalignments, then you need to try and fix it before it becomes a bigger issue. I find that in modern dance and contemporary dance training, the use of parallel is very beneficial in teaching alignment of the foot and leg. Almost imagining a railway line, that your feet are in this parallel position. Here you are able to train yourself to fix the problem when you see that your foot is not in the correct position. Being in alignment is so important for safeguarding the body against injuries. An aligned body is a healthy body. Working in an aligned manner each time will help to improve your legs and feet. Create good muscle memory. Muscle memory is the ability to reproduce a particular movement without conscious thought, acquired as a result of frequent repetition of that movement. In dance, creating good muscle memory is vital. We see this as young ballerinas at the age of 3 and 4 working on this automatic process of flex and point of the feet. This is then developed and is taken higher up, going to the bar, using the same flex and point, and then again further up we see on jumps and turns. This muscle memory, working through the feet, becomes an automatic movement for most dancers from this constant repetition. It is important, though, to create good muscle memory patterns. This is done by doing the exercises with understanding and clarity. Use every opportunity to try better your feet, so that later, when you arrive to Allegro and your jumping sections, this muscle memory automatically kicks in. This articulation of the feet happens automatically. Whether it is a simple tendu to the side and close, or if it is a repetition of glisses across the floor, you need to do it with thought if you want to get the most value out of the step. By creating good muscle memory and working on the feet will help to improve your footwork in class. Articulating the feet. Articulation of the foot is a very fundamental part of dance. We use this articulation throughout the work. Articulation is the going through every part of the foot smoothly, going through each part in a fluid, controlled action. This is so vital, especially when we jump. You roll down through the feet, this articulation helping to control the lowering so that the foot is controlled, so that you are able to cushion the landing. This helps to act as a shock absorption, which then helps to protect the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hip and spine. This articulation of the feet helps you to propel your body up into the air on a jump, giving you the power to push off the ground, as well as the control to come down on the landing. The articulation and rolling of the foot is also taught at an early age, doing our little pony trots around the room. But this later becomes such an important part to focus on as we get older and higher up in the dance ranks.